Good morning, children. How are you? See, what is adolescent? Adolescents already president and everyone has discussed about the what is adolescence. They are neither children and they are neither adult. So it is our duty to streamline them in a correct way. As already mentioned, the population of adolescent is 22.6% at now. But as per studies in 2030, it may increase to 40%. And we have conducted studies with the schools. In this, the adolescent population, 50% of the adolescents are anemic. When we do the hemoglobin level, more than 50% are less than 8 grams. So children, what is anemia? You should know. Anemia is a condition where your body does not have enough red blood cells. See, this is the normal where you have plenty of RBC. But this is anemia where you have only little RBCs. So anemia is where you not have enough red blood cells. So what will happen in the each red blood cells? We have a protein called hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is necessary to carry the oxygen to the cells. So this hemoglobin value will assess your anemia, whether you are mild or moderate or severe. So this hemoglobin should be sufficient to carry this oxygen. What you need for the hemoglobin to carry the oxygen, you need iron content diet. So diet is very, very important to correct anemia. So these are all the diets which I will show you in the next picture. The fact, as per studies, the girls, 56% of adolescents are anemic and 30% boys are anemic. How they present with anemia? Most of them, they come with what are all the causes. First, you should know how anemia is coming. Then you will be knowing how to prevent it. The cause is mainly, as I mentioned, diarrhea and malarial infection. You may be having the evening rise of temperature, fever, that malaria infection. Then the hookworm, that worm, some worms will produce the anemia. It will enter through your, if you don't have the slippers, it will enter through your leg and it will enter into the circulation and produce anemia. And the girls, when they have excess bleeding during the periods, they will end up in anemia. And the tuberculosis, genital tuberculosis, also produces anemia in adolescent girls. And the bleeding disorder, some girls will have they have blood from bleeding from the gums when they brush and excess bleeding. This has to be corrected. Then the pica, some boys or girls will have the habit of taking mud and the sands. This is called as pica. See, I will tell you everything. This is the worm which produces anemia. And this is by the mosquito bite. You can end up in the malaria with rise of temperature and it will end up in anemia. And as I told you, the tuberculosis means cough. If you have excess cough and if you go nearby, then you may end up in genital tract infection also and will produce anemia and the bleeding disorder. As some will be having the problems with the blood coagulation problem. That has to be diagnosed earlier. Since I am not very good with Hindi, I have written everything in Hindi in the bracket. The children, you can have a look with the Hindi words if you cannot manage with English. Again, the girls, as I mentioned, adolescents, these are all the changes with the boys and these are all the changes with the girls where you have the secondary sex characters. And if the bleeding, how the bleeding comes, the brain has hypothalamus. From the hypothalamus, hormones go to pituitary. From pituitary, it goes to ovary. From the ovary, the hormone acts on the uterus. And from here, bleeding comes. If the bleeding is excess, normally, if it is exceeding more than 8 ml, how can you assess that? If you are having more than how many pads you are changing during the periods. If you are changing more than 10 pads, fully soaked. If you are having like this is not heavy bleeding. Fully soaked bleeding, if you have changed more than 10, it is a heavy bleeding. In that condition, you should consult the doctor at the earlier stage, otherwise you will end up in anemia. How the boys and girls come and presents with anemia. This is tiredness and weakness. Always they want to sleep. This is a complaint the children will tell. And when I climb the steps, I have difficulty in breathing, madam. and I am reading day and night, but I'm not able to reproduce it. So I have the loss of concentration and memory, and I will have sometimes there is a lot of hair loss and headache. Whatever I take, with the good diet, good tablet, still I have the headache, and I look very paler. And some girls or boys, they come and tell that I feel giddiness. The children, they don't know what is giddiness, but still they will tell it is something like rotating. And another cause which I told earlier, that is the worm infestation. The girls or boys, they come and present with itching in the anal region when they do the motion. And sometimes they also see small worms coming through the motion. So this is the symptoms which always they feel. See, if you are feeling that you are always feeling to sleep, tiredness, verify you are having the hair loss, see whether you are anemic. And if you are presenting pale, so white, don't think that you are so white. You may be suffering from anemia. So consult with the nearby doctors. And pica, this is the thing which I told. Some girls or boys have the habit of taking sands and stones. That is due to anemia and difficulty in breathing and headache. So these are. If it is coming, how you should assess? You should be assessed. I told you the color, that is paler, white color. It should be seen in the eye whether you are pale, and it should be compared in the hands. See, this is the normal and this is the paler hand, anemia. Then put your tongue out and you can see this. You can see in your mirror itself whether you are anemic or not, and the nail beds. These are all the things which has to be watched for anemia. So now you know what are all the causes of anemia and how the symptoms will be and how you have to see that you are suffering from anemia. How it has to be prevented. This prevention is our main aim of our president, Dr. Alpesh Gandhi, that no adolescents should suffer from any disease. They should be prevented before the disease. So how to prevent anemia? As I mentioned, what I told you, the first reason is diet. So if you have a well-balanced diet rich in iron, and so for absorption, you need some other vitamins. That is vitamin C. That diet, if you take, you can be free from anemia. This you can read, I think. See, what are all the diets rich? It is not costly. Whatever is available for rural and urban and everywhere, that I am telling. If you are a vegetarian, you go with the drumstick leaves and fruits and vegetables like tomato, carrot, beetroot, that is enough. Fruits, banana, it is very, very cheaper. That you can have. And again, rather than going for the rice, you can go with the wheat, chapati. Almost all of you will be having. Then this jaggery is having high iron content that you can take frequently. You can tell your parents who are watching this program, please give a lot of jaggery to our children. And the sprouts, this is also very cheap. This sprouts, at least weekly twice you should have. And this groundnuts, it is available everywhere. That should be taken frequently. And finally, this sesame. These are all the vegetarian diets which are rich in iron. And in the non-veg also, simple egg every day. Even in the Nool meal scheme, they are giving egg every day. So the fish and liver, you can take frequently. At least egg you can take daily. As I told you, for the absorption, other vitamins are also needed. What is the other vitamins? That is with the citrus. That is amla, orange, guava, that citrus with the food. If you take the absorption of iron, if you have a good iron diet and absorption, that is by the intestine to absorb, it is not good. You can have this vitamins if you had, the absorption will be good. Then I told you about that prevention how. See, now this WIFS program, all schools, that is the government, panchayat, corporation, everywhere, they are giving the iron tablet, 100 milligram of elemental iron and 500 microgram of folic acid weekly once. I think children, all of you are getting from your school. That is mostly wherever schools I have visited, they have told that they are giving on Thursdays. So they will give weekly once of 52 weeks in a year. If you're, so all of you take the tablet, don't get the tablet and spoil it. So you have to take this iron tablet. This will prevent you from anemia. Then I told you about the worm. This is also, it is given in the government set of schools and private, they should have it. that is the albendazole 400 milligram. You have to take it once in 6 months. If you have the feeling of itching in the anal region, or if you see small worms that comes in your fecal matter, then you have to take these albendazole. The children who don't have these habits also should take, that will prevent you from anemia. Then, as I told you, the personal hygiene is very, very important. This brush teething habits should be in the morning, and before going to bed, you should have it. Otherwise, the bacteria will settle in the dental, and the dental problem infection will lead to anemia. And always you should take bath daily, because some girls have the habit of during the menses periods, they don't even go to schools, they don't even bath, they sit ideally in a single place. No, they should take the bath daily and wash your hair regularly. Otherwise, from the hair scalp, you can have infection. This washing hand, now you all will be familiar. The COVID, the main problem is wash your hands, wash your hands. Before taking food, wash your hands. Going outside, come wash your hands. After toilets, wash your hands with soap and sanitizer. This personal hygiene and the menstrual hygiene specifically for girls, you have to wash your private parts after urination and after defecation, and you should change your pads once in 6 hours. Then the water you drink should be a pure water, clean drinking water. Nowadays, with the COVID, we are asking the water to be boiled with little pepper and tamarind. That will also prevent you infection and give immunity, and you will be free from anemia. And don't get any open foods, that is the foods which is sold in your outside the schools. We advise, but still in front of many schools, these things are going on. So open foods don't take. Always you should eat the foods which are covered and which is prepared in good manner, in the hygienic manner should be taken. And I told you about malaria, mosquito. How can you prevent that malarial infections? So the corporation will do it. If there is a mosquito in your place, please complain to the corporation and they will give the spray. And in the night, you have used the mosquito net. If you use this, you can be free from mosquito bite. And the worm infestation, always when you go out and come, wash your legs with whatever it is, clean manner. And always wear slippers or shoes. If you walk with this barefoot, you can have that infection of the worm infestation and you may end up in the anemia. So always walk with slippers. If anemia is suspected, that if you have in the early stage, you should consult to the boys or girls. You should report earlier. Our government is having this RBSK and RKSK program. This RBSK program, all doctors are specifically placed to go to the schools and they will visit all students, each student twice in a year. Once in a 6 months, they will go to the school and they will identify the cases and they refer to the nearby hospitals and nearby institute where there is the RKSK program. So the prevention is very, very important and it can be prevented. Anemia-free world is very, very important. The girls, you may be having the bleeding, as I mentioned earlier, it may be mild or moderate or severe, but identify it at the earliest stage and you correct it with some diet is very important. Again, you consult the doctor and correct with some tablets or hormones or whatever it is. If you don't correct it in the early stage, during your +2 exam, that too in the exam time, if you are having severe bleeding and severe anemia, you have to get admitted and for blood transfusion. So assess your anemia at the earlier stage itself. Next, anemia should be corrected during adolescence itself. If you don't get corrected in the adolescence, still, as the previous speakers was telling, the teenage pregnancy is going on, teenage marriage is going on. This should be avoided. If at all they get married before 21 years and they become pregnant so early, and in this present situations or every time, the death due to pregnancy, 20 to 30% is because of anemia. So anemia has to be corrected in the early stage, adolescent itself, and you should not get married earlier. And if at all you get married, postpone your pregnancy with contraception, as our Purandare sir was advising. Otherwise, during the pregnancy, you will have more bleeding. That is very common with adolescent pregnancy. And you will have increased BP, blood pressure will be increased, and you will throw fits. Then it will be a problem for you. Then again, your pelvis, there will not be a place for this baby to come through your pelvis. It will be a problem. Finally, what can happen?
Sorry to
Even the death can happen.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Sampath,
Oh, I have
madam.
finished. So the children, the conclusion is balanced diet. 3 meals and snacks. When you are 12 years age, your hemoglobin should be 12 grams. Wash your hands before food and after toilet. Maintain a menstrual calendar and menstrual hygiene. Marriage should be only after 21 years. Avoid teenage pregnancy. Then you can dream what you want to become. Thank you. Again, I thank the Foxy team for giving me an opportunity to address the adolescents. Thank you.